Welcome the timeless forgotten mystery. We all know that Albert Einstein was a true genius. His mind worked in ways that could outthink thousands of scientists combined. He explored ideas that most of us couldn't even imagine, and he simplified them for the entire world to understand. Einstein was a brilliant physicist who introduced the theory of special relativity, the famous equation E equals mc squared, and formulated the photoelectric effect, discoveries that left the world astonished. For this, he was honored with the Nobel Prize. Because of his extraordinary intellect and deep understanding of the universe, people believed Einstein's brain was truly unique, something beyond the ordinary human mind. Einstein himself was aware of this fascination and made it clear that he didn't want his body to be studied after his death. He specifically instructed that his remains should be cremated. But exactly what Einstein feared eventually came true. On April 13, 1955, when he passed away at Princeton Hospital, the doctor performing his autopsy secretly stole his brain. Driven by curiosity, he wanted to uncover what made Einstein such an exceptional genius. The doctor's name was Dr. Thomas Harvey. He was so determined to study Einstein's brain that he risked everything, including his career. When the hospital discovered what he had done, Dr. Harvey was immediately fired. But before things could escalate further, he managed to convince Einstein's son, Hans Albert, to allow him to research the brain so that the world could learn from it. From that day, Einstein's brain began an unusual journey. Dr. Harvey, a pathologist with experience only in autopsies, believed he could uncover the brain's secrets. But after losing his job and his medical position, he moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, taking Einstein's brain with him. There, he photographed it, cut it into 240 small sections, and preserved each piece in separate jars hidden in his basement. His obsession created tension at home. His wife, disturbed by his actions, threatened to throw the brain away, which ultimately led to their divorce. After that, Dr. Harvey moved to Wichita, Kansas, where he worked as a medical supervisor. During his free time, he continued to study Einstein's brain. Over the years, he changed jobs and cities, always carrying the brain with him. Even after decades, Dr. Harvey failed to complete any solid research. His medical license was revoked, and his life fell apart so drastically that he ended up working in a plastics factory. Eventually, realizing he couldn't study it alone, he sent different sections of Einstein's brain to leading neurologists around the world for research. 30 years after the brain was stolen, the first study was finally published in 1985. Over the next 28 years, scientists released multiple studies revealing astonishing differences between Einstein's brain and a normal human brain. The most notable difference was found in a part called the corpus callosum, the bridge connecting the left and right sides of the brain. The human brain is divided into two halves. The left controls logic, speech, and math, while the right governs creativity, art, and imagination. The corpus callosum connects both sides, allowing them to communicate. Imagine typing on a keyboard. Both hands are working together. If one hand makes a mistake, the other quickly corrects it. That coordination happens through the corpus callosum. Einstein's corpus callosum was unusually large, meaning the connection between both sides of his brain was far stronger than normal. This allowed him to visualize and solve complex problems that others couldn't even comprehend. Apart from this, the structure and pattern of Einstein's brain were also unique. Scientists believe this allowed for a smoother flow of neurons, giving him exceptional calculation power. He could solve complicated mathematical problems entirely in his head, without pen or paper. Interestingly, when Einstein's brain was weighed, it was only 1,230 grams, lighter than the average human brain, which is about 1,400 grams. Researchers concluded that the thinner lining of his brain made space for more neurons, enhancing his mental processing ability. But one question remained. Was Einstein born with this special brain, or did it develop later? Studies show that as a child, he was slow to develop speech, only starting to talk at the age of 5. He had poor memory and even struggled to memorize multiplication tables. Instead of memorizing, he understood mathematical logic deeply. Though he performed poorly in many subjects at school, he excelled in math and science. At 12, a family tutor accidentally left a geometry book at his house. Einstein read the entire book in one day and understood all its concepts. By 14, he had mastered integral and differential calculus. His professors were often intimidated by his questions, many of which were too advanced for them to answer. From an early age, Einstein dreamt of expressing the universe's laws in a single, simple equation, a goal that defined his life's work. By age 26, He published 4 groundbreaking research papers that stunned the scientific world. For his extraordinary contributions, he earned a PhD and received the Nobel Prize for his unmatched service to humanity. Einstein's work became the foundation of modern physics. Without his theories, science as we know it would be incomplete. Many scientists later concluded that his brain's uniqueness developed over time, because Einstein constantly trained his mind by questioning, analyzing, and exploring the unknown. Today, Einstein's preserved brain can be found in the Mutter Museum in America, carefully stored on microscopic slides for the world to see.